Okay, is it working? Hello? Okay, yeah, it's working. Let's go. I'm streaming again. I know it's been a week, but honestly, there hasn't been much going on the past week, so I don't think it really mattered. There's not been like insane news or anything. So yeah. But there has been recently, like yesterday, so let's get into it, I guess. Let's pull up Bitcoin. Now look at the week chart. Oh my, it's been 2 days, but you know, this day wasn't that crazy. Nothing like really but you know, it's added up. You know, it hasn't gone back down. It's kept going up, and I think it will consolidate around this range, but who knows, man? No one knows for sure. Look at that, isn't that crazy? 9k pump over like half a week. So I'm not really interested about Bitcoin specifically because I don't know. This is not financial advice, brunch. This is not financial advice, okay? Please don't sue me. If you lose all your money, it's your fault because I said the words not financial advice. But I mean, like, Bitcoin isn't really that important in my opinion. Like, at this point, what are you gonna make? Like 30% if you time things really well during this bull run? I don't think it's that interesting, like, unless you bought it a while ago. Unless you bought it like the 40k range or something like that, or you're using it as a hedge play, or you're, I don't know, you're doing something with it. Like you have like an ETF, then it's not really going to be that interesting for you. The main thing is going to be the altcoins. So, and that's what it's affecting right now, like a lot. Because look at this, look at Turbo. This is the week chart. Oof, over a 2x. Oh my god, it's like a 3x even if you timed it really well. Sadly, I did not buy here. I did not have any money at the time. I had two main bulk stack buys of Turbo. It was at 22 and 20. So yeah, my average is about 21, which is unfortunate because I could have bought when it was like this price, but sadly I just, you know, everything was down at that point, so I had nothing to swap to, and I had no USDC or USDT available. But it is a good idea to have a portion of your portfolio in USDC or USDT so you can like quickly swap it and you don't have to worry about losing another coin. Especially if you're not really in any exchanges, because you have to wait for the KYC verification, which takes a while. Let's go, we got 2 viewers. Please type in chat if you're a viewer. Please. Please. But if anyone's gonna ask, like, is it too late to buy Turbo? No. If you look at the year chart, it's like better than it has been for a decent amount of the year, but it's like, it feels so bad to buy now. If it was me personally, I'm not gonna buy now. I think it could go back down. I was thinking about maybe selling a portion or swapping it to USDT and then waiting for it to hopefully go back down to this range, but I think the risk is too high because it could just consolidate around, you know, this range or this range. I think most likely it will consolidate around this range, so I don't think it's worth doing that necessarily. I feel like at this point, I mean, it's up to you obviously, but I don't think it's worth doing that. At least not for Turbo. The other coins haven't really pumped as much. Like if we look at Hoppy, it's not really gone, like it was 20 before now, or 22, now it's 28. It's not really, it's nothing insane. You know, you could still buy like Hoppy now if you wanted to. It's not really a bad decision. Kaspa has pumped a little bit, yeah. Yeah, it's gone up by like 24%. But I think it's still worth buying because if you look at the year chart, it's still it's still cheaper than like most of this by far. I think Kaspa is still worth buying, especially if you bought like a higher amount and you can just like DCA to get your averages down. I think that's a pretty good option. What else do we have? But yeah, this has been pretty crazy so far. I'm up quite a lot on Turbo. Originally Kaspa was 50% of my portfolio. Now it's gone down to like 40% because of how well Turbo has been doing, even though Kaspa has also pumped. So Degen, I think it has pumped. Yeah, it has pumped a little bit, but it was around the 33 range a while ago, so it's not really anything special. Yeah, it's nothing crazy. I don't think... I think it is still a decent time to buy, though. Because if you look at the year chart... Oh, it looks like it's dumped so bad, but it can definitely recover from this. But it's still a good time to buy, look. It was like... September. When it was last this cheap. So... I think it's still a good option. But... let's go on with the title, because otherwise it's going to be clickbait, and I'm going to feel really sad reading the mean comments calling me a clickbaiter. So, yeah. The top 5 crypto to buy, in my opinion, not financial advice. If you lose all your money, it's your fault. So, top 5 crypto, I would say number 1, it has to be Kaspa, because Kaspa is a utility play, and most of the other ones I'll be talking about are meme coins because they just have such crazy potential and they're just like kind of easy to research as well. Like it also, there's like an intuition to it as well. You can kind of tell which ones will do well just from like a branding perspective, how active they are on X or Twitter, and the name, just everything like that. There's not that much to it, whereas utility coins, there's a lot of research that goes into it. Also, guys, please comment if you're here. I would really appreciate comments because it makes me feel less lonely. But yeah. Also, if you want to learn more, I talk about more stuff in the Discord, and that's gonna start being more active. So I recommend you guys check out the Discord in my bio. Top 1, yeah, like I said, Kaspa. It's still a good time to buy, good opportunity, still pretty cheap. Especially if you bought at a higher price, you can get the averages down. Number 2 is gonna be Turbo. Right now, I don't know if it's a good time to buy. I would say probably not. I would say, if it was me personally, I would not buy right now. But it's up to you. It's still not bad if we look at the year chart. It could be worse. You could have bought like here at like a cent or here. So it's not that bad. But it could go back down. And if it does go back down, then I would say definitely buy. You could have a limit order if you go on exchanges. There's a... I don't know if it's on all exchanges, but on the big ones. Hello, Shiny. What's up, Light? Hello. But yeah, you can go on like an exchange with a limit order and set a limit order. I would say, to be honest, if it goes below 40, I would say that's an okay time to buy. You'll probably make your money back and more. And then you could set even another limit order for like 25 if it goes below that. And I think eventually it will. Because I don't think that the real final bull run will happen until like later this year or maybe the start of next year. It's been like really delayed. So the prices probably, by then, the prices probably will have gone back down to maybe close to this range. I don't think it will be this low, but I think it will definitely go to like this range. Have I seen the Face IQ guy? Oh, yeah, the 6'5" guy. I mean, yeah, he's pretty cool, but I haven't really seen any of his videos. I kind of got bored of that type of video at this point, like the GOATUS Gotis, he does like similar style to Gotis, and I haven't really been watching those because I feel like Gotis has already talked about everything there is to talk about it. I think it was Bloodsteel who said this already. He said he found it boring talking about it, and he doesn't want to make those videos anymore, and I kind of felt that. I kind of felt like, yeah, Gotis has already said everything there is to say about this topic. It's not that in-depth. There's not that much to the topic. Yeah, there's just nothing, is there? But it's like, what do you even do at this point? Do you just like stop watching them in total, or do you just watch different types of those videos? It's hard to know what to do. I don't know if the Face IQ guy is interesting. He seems kind of like a Gotis clone. Maybe he has better info, but I don't really know. He probably just like learnt most of his stuff from Gotis though, and just like parrots what he says, but with like a more youthful face. You're at school, brutal, watching YouTube at school, watching Crypto Light at school. Wait, Shiny, I don't think I've ever seen you before. I don't think I've seen you in the comments before. Or maybe you're from Discord, I don't know. Oh, he copies Edward Goiki. I mean, yeah, I can see why he copies them though, because the way they like portray themselves is maybe a bit like boring for some people, so maybe he thought he could just like make it more interesting, which would make sense. Because he seems more like laid back than them. Whereas Bart K and Edward Goiki kind of like spurg out. They're kind of like, I don't know. I think Bart K is like kind of NT because he's got like the professor vibe, but Edward Goiki is like insanely non-NT. Does he do cooked carnivore? Yeah, he probably does. Because I think Bart K also cooks his meat. But I'm surprised he doesn't understand like cooking obviously like I know he says it because it's for personal preference, but I feel like the difference outweighs, like the negatives from it outweighs the positives of how nice it tastes, or what he's used to. And I also feel like you get used to it after having raw enough, especially if you overeat, because the thing about overeating is you're eating like insane amounts of probiotics from the meat, and eventually your gut microbiome will just get used to eating that way, and it will start craving that type of food. So I guess that's like a quick way to... I don't think I've talked about overeating on a live stream before, or maybe not even in comments, but it's really useful, I think. Especially if you're in puberty. If you finish developing, I don't think it's really that useful unless you have like a really bad injury. But overeating is insane. Eating like 2 kg of meat. And I think even in Arjnas's book, he said like if you want to look young, eat like a pound plus per day of meat, of raw meat. And that was like the whole fountain of youth that he recommended, was like, oh, eat a pound of meat. What am I doing, man? I'm talking about nutrition in a crypto video. My RPM is gonna go down so much. guys, top 3 crypto, guys. The third one, I think I already said the second was Turbo. Yeah. So the third one, I'm not gonna say Degen. Degen is too... I feel like it's kind of it's a little risky, low-key. Honestly, I feel like Hoppy deserves the number 3 spot. And yes, I am only gonna have meme coins apart from Kaspa, because here's the thing. My allocation is weird, right? I've got like almost 50% of my portfolio is just Kaspa. So I feel like that kind of outweighs the risk of having so many meme coins in my portfolio. What jobs would you recommend for a 15-year-old? If you're talking about like making money, there's a few things you could maybe do. It depends on your situation and like what country you live. I would say if you have stuff to sell, that's like an easy way to start. But if not, then I would say freelance. If you have... I remember when I was like 15, I used to do Fiverr. And I remember they banned the face rating stuff, so I had to stop doing that. But I did like a bunch of other stuff. I did translation work and stuff like that. And I made a few. It starts out really slow, but after a while they give reviews and then it... Oh, that's good. That's ideal, actually. That's like rich, like a rich area, right? So maybe you could do like local stuff, like window cleaning and stuff, like going to each house and asking if you can do stuff for them. And maybe they would pay a lot if you live in a rich area. That could be an easy way of doing it. But if not, if you live in like an average or poor part, then I would say freelancing is pretty easy. As long as you have like some skill that you can monetize. Because here's the thing. To make money, you need to like do one of three things. You need to like work yourself to the bone. But most people don't want to do that, so that's kind of a bad option. You need to do something that no one else does, that like you can do, that people can't like copy you, like they can't replace you. Or you need to do something really risky. Like one of those, like follow one of those three things. And I don't recommend doing the slave one because that's slavery and you're not going to want to do that. So I say maybe not risky either, because I think you know what I'm insinuating when I say risky. So try and find something that people don't really do or can't do, that they can't replace you with. Like an outside box thinker method. And it's going to be hard to find. You might have to ask ChatGPT for some inspiration. Ask it for like some unique ideas that no one else has really done before, and it will probably give you a few. Or DeepSeek, because DeepSeek mogs ChatGPT. But yeah. Oh crap, I said 5, top 5 crypto. That was probably a mistake. I probably should have said top 3. But whatever, you know, it doesn't really matter. Because I'm gonna put... I'm deciding between Aura and Degen. I feel like Degen is... It's kind of a safer bet. But... the ROI is not really beating Aura. So for that reason I would say Aura. And it's a pretty risky, because look at the market cap. 1 mil market cap, that's insanely low. But the payoff is potentially huge. Because that means even if it hits a 10x, it's only 10 mil market cap, which is still an insanely small market cap. Insanely small. It is a self-reported circulating supply, which is also a little risky. But I mean, it's basically fully diluted, if not fully. Yeah, it's fully. So it should be fine. The volume is not insane either, so it's not like people are completely dumping. It's like around 20%, so it's pretty fair. It's pretty normal. If we look at the month chart, it's fluctuated a lot, but that's normal considering it's, you know, 1 mil market cap, which is insanely low. So it is just gonna be kind of unpredictable like that. But the payoff for Aura, I think, is huge. It's got insane branding as well. No one's really, like, it was a whole ass meme. It was like pretty big for a while, and it still kind of is. It's still really easy to market, and they're kind of active on X as well, like decently for the size. So yeah, for that reason I would place it above Degen. And by the way, if you want to know like the allocation that I would have, join the Discord, because I'm gonna have my portfolio allocation on the Discord. The link will be in the bio, the WAP link. So yeah, check that out if you want to. And number 5, the 5th crypto that I will recommend is Degen. And I mean, honestly, if you had $1,000, you're not going to want to put too much in Degen because it's kind of risky. The market cap is not too big, but honestly, I have more conviction in Hoppy than I do in Degen, so I bought it when it was about 28, now it is 31. It was sitting at 33 for a while. Do I think it's worth buying? Yeah, if you feel like, if you have conviction in it, buy it. It's not a bad purchase. I think it will make a decent amount of money. I think it will go back to the all-time high. And I think you can at least make a 10x, not financial advice. But you're probably going to have to be pretty patient because it's not really rallied like Turbo has. But that also means that it's a decent time to buy because it's still undervalued. So there is that, which you might like. So, yeah. Also, guys, please type in chat. Please type in chat. But people are pretty bullish on it. You look here. So yeah, it looks like it's a pretty... It's not as dangerous as I'm making it out to be. It's just in comparison to the other ones, it's kind of... It's not like guaranteed money, and crypto is kind of unpredictable. Nothing is really guaranteed, but you kind of have a vibe of what will be more likely to make you money and what won't. Like, what is blue chip? What is a hedge type of bet? The safest one, obviously, is going to be a utility play like Kaspa. Turbo is also really big. And that's really safe. The other ones are kind of risky. But, you know, it's kind of up to you to do your research and find out what you believe in. I feel like Hoppy is going to be fine. I feel like Degen is also probably fine. I feel like Aura could be fine as well. But the problem is 1 mil market cap, it could also easily die. Even though I don't think it will happen, I'm mainly in it because of the potential upside, in my opinion, outweighing the negatives. So yeah. And I guess before I end it, I might as well just go through the crypto bubbles to see what is new, what is pumping, and the overall market sentiment. Oh wait, no. Also, there is the fear and greed. So the fear and greed has changed a lot. I think last stream, it was somewhere around here. It was mostly fear. Yeah. It was somewhere around this range. So now it's neutral. So it looks like people are eventually going to get more greedy as the price goes higher and higher. And we are still apparently in a Bitcoin season, which makes sense. Even though the altcoins have rallied, they should still pump quite a lot more than they have been. The market cap is nearing 2 trillion, which is cool. Okay, so yeah, we still have a while to go until it gets to 3.7 trillion market cap again. Hell yeah. And crypto bubbles. Yeah, so much green recently. So much green, except for pirate. Oh, Hoppy. There's Hoppy. Yeah, it's a little pump. Nothing crazy, but it's nice. When you look at your portfolio and you just see it's like an extra few dollars, it's just nice to see. Even if it's nothing crazy, nothing sell-worthy. Yeah. Stonk. I thought that would have been higher. I think it used to be. Oh, Memify. That has pumped a lot. Oh, Shiro, I've seen that one. Yeah. There's nothing too interesting that I can see here. Jelly. Oh my, some of these have pumped insane. In the top 1000. Meh. Yeah. And pump has not been pumping at all. Look at that, minus 55. That's crazy. Yeah, nothing interesting that I can see here. Chill guy. Didn't this used to be way higher? Yeah. That's sad. Looks like the meme has kind of died. Oh, Mudang. This is actually one I was considering buying. But it is up a lot, so now is probably not a very good time to buy. Although, not so bad compared to the month. Maybe I just missed a really good opportunity to buy because this is where you should have been buying most of your cryptos. That's where the price is really cheap. Yeah, nothing else really interesting here. There's a lot that are pumping more than 30%. That's surprising because it hasn't been like that for a while. It's been kind of dead. Nero. Okay, Griffane. Yeah. Oh wow, 151%. That is crazy. Crazy, and the week 300%. God damn, anyone who's in this, if you are, I really doubt it because, you know, it's only a top 400. But if you are, wow, you're very lucky. Yeah, there's nothing else really interesting here except for GFI going down, which I guess is a good time to buy. If you wanted to buy that, then might be a good time. And the thing is, people have the wrong mindset when they think about crypto. They think like, oh, people are buying now is a good time to buy. I should buy because everyone else is and it feels safer. But actually, it's like, well, if the price is low, then it's just a discount. It means that I should buy because no one else wants to, and that's how you make money in crypto. But too many people are they follow their fear. Alk? Okay. Oh no, not Melania coin. Never buy this, by the way. And that is financial advice. Don't buy Melania coin. Melania meme. Anything like Trump coin. I never trusted Trump coin from the beginning. I kind of knew it would be a pump and dump kind of thing from the start. It wasn't really worth buying. Mog. This is an interesting one. I wish I knew about this when... Was it... How long ago was this made? Yeah, I wish I... Wow, that's surprising. It's not actually... I guess the looks maxing meme has been out for a while, but it's a shame it wasn't made when looks maxing was really niche and obscure, because that would have been maybe an insane time to buy. But you can't just follow things because you know they're going to be big, because some of the old dead kind of memes are the ones doing so well. Like Pepe, is that even like a big meme anymore? That was a thing like 10 years ago. I guess it's still kind of big, but you get what I mean. There's examples of that where they're really old and people don't really use them anymore. Like Just a Chill Guy, that one. Or Stonk. When was the last time people had a Stonk meme? But it's still doing really well. And Turbo is here. Turbo is doing really well. I'm so proud of Turbo. But it's only up 50% because, yeah, it's the week where it really pumped. Wow, that's crazy. You guys, if you bought here, you'll be really happy. Even I didn't buy down here, unfortunately. But it's still a nice gain, either way. Brett, nothing too interesting, though. Dog with hat. People are hyping this one so much, but I don't really see the hype. Isn't it like a meme coin? I didn't even know this was a meme. But I guess it's not really about what I think, it's more about like what boomers think, because like if old people are willing to put a lot of money in, then it's gonna do well. Oh wow, Trump coin. Yeah, I take back what I said about Trump coin, guys. Actually, you should buy a lot of Trump coin, it's really good. Yeah, I'm joking. Please don't buy Trump coin. Was an insane pump though. I wonder where that came from. Just like a whale buying a massive amount, or like a few of them. Sui, I've heard good things about this one, but I've not really looked into it. I probably should, but I will not be buying any for the time being. Loki, this is another one that's pretty popular, but yeah, I would say I'm pretty happy with the amount I have right now. And also, you don't want to have too many cryptos. You want to kind of keep it niche, because if you have too many, it's a lot to keep track of, and it gets very stressful, and you can't really have too many in each. So let's say you have like 2,000 to spend, and you have 5, then you have quite a lot in each. You have 400 each. But if you have like 10 different cryptos you want to put money in, then that's, you know, it's half. So yeah, I would have like, if I were you, I would have like a list of like 5 to maybe 7 total cryptos that you want to invest in, that you have strong conviction for, and that are undervalued, and then just allocate your money to those. So yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to talk about in this stream. It should be. So yeah, I hope everyone had a nice stream. I hope everyone enjoyed the stream. And go check out the Discord so I can make money, so I don't starve and die. I would really appreciate that. And yeah, thank you for watching the stream, everyone. Bye. Bye.